What is up, YouTube? This is Blind Assassin MGTOW. If I cough and sneeze, that means, like now, it means I have allergies. Um, Pollen scattered. So I know I'm pretty obnoxious doing this, but I had to take my Mucinex too. So taking my Mucinex medicine, might give me another bottle, but starting to feel better. Mucus is coming out. But today's topic is stopping and avoiding two-third women. Well, what is a term? The general terms of two-third woman. Well, two-third alone, the term in biblical terms, a two-third is basically a person that's cloned, not physically, but spiritually and emotionally, and basically there are two-thirds are basically people who are attached to things that are simulated, want to live, basically want to be attached to the world, not be attached to the Father, don't want to be attached to the Bible, don't be in tune with it, or don't want to support the Heavenly Father or to support themselves, or basically the lack of contribution that God brought into His earth in basically the two-thirds, basically spiritually taken for granted, being brainwashed by a screen simulation, aka TV. So I'm telling you, these two-third women, you gotta stay away from these two-thirds, because they're not going to provide anything beneficial in your life. They only out for one thing. It's basically your soul. What I mean by that is they're the gatekeepers of sex. And if you have the money, the looks, the status, or the 666 model, meaning 6 feet tall, have six figures, just having the devilish, basically following the devil's etiquette, or I don't know how to pronounce that word, but what's the best word to say? Basically, if you follow their expectations, they basically want to, they're attached to you, but they're not really attached for moral reasons. They're not really stable people. Even with women who have tattoos, you gotta stay away from them who have emotional baggage, because all they is like a walking dumpster truck. It's what they are. It is what it is. You can't really change a woman. Even these simps are trying to change a woman. She don't really care about you. She don't really care about herself. Trust me, I've been down that road. And spring is here, so mother's more than happy to compose and generate offspring like usual, and ditch the dad, and just grab for what's theirs, aka from the daddy government. So you gotta learn how to live life. You gotta focus on your purpose, Like focus on your strengths and weaknesses. You know, like what's threatening, like what's actually threatening you, and like what are your opportunities in life. Meaning, what I mean by threats and opportunities are is, you know, what is like making you feel unhealthy. What are the people in your life that, you know, try and kill the real you and like try to make you a simulation. Like what is making, what are the problems that you're encountering that, you know, that's, you know, feel of danger to your well-being. That's what I'm trying to say. And like what opportunities uh you know you want to pursue, or what you're trying to overcome, whether it's short, you know, mid or long term. What are you trying to accomplish? You know, you gotta focus on those four things. We already know. I mean, strengths and weaknesses we already know. Whereas we're different, you know, people out here. At the end of the day, like then they just have to overcome something. It's just that we gotta not. We just gotta learn how to stop, you know, limiting ourselves and like have fear grow on us. We gotta eliminate the fear. But what I'm trying to say is, my point is this: it's 2/3 women. You just gotta learn to avoid and stop being with them. Just because they look good doesn't mean they're with the Lord, or they're, you know, eye the beholder. They can like run into a wall, or, you know, live in a wall like in a matter of years, approximately a decade. Because you don't know how many bodies she has, you don't know how much sex she has. It's just, it can be irrelevant. Like, people can, you know, they can like just be a puppet and you're a puppeteer in their life. You don't know if she's a single mother. You don't know, you don't even know if she reads the Bible or she's with the Lord. The closest thing she ever do was like dress fancy at a church. Because church is already a, you know, one of the narcissistic place to be in my opinion. That's just me. But you just gotta find real people, you know, the 1/3 that come together and like have like a wholesome, you know, life. Person who has like longevity and don't want to like, you know, emotionally hurt you or physically hurt you. But these two, like, women, 2/3 women are really degenerates. You hear me? They're real degenerates. They're stupid. You know, they're sluggish. They really don't want any help. They're egotistical, uh, vulgar, drunks. I'm doing a chapter Timothy reference, but I don't want to say the O word, but women who just like like submit to more than one husband. You know, like there's no such thing as a female pimp. Let's just be serious. You cannot be a female pimp and trying to like, you know, be on birth control and like you feel inevitable to be with like more than 30 men. That's not how life works. You're gonna carry bodies, you're gonna carry their feelings, their emotions, their souls. God doesn't want you to do that. And like that's what the norm is. They want to be like men. Really, like they want to like travel, you know, have good times with like foreign dudes. When they don't really, the difference is they don't like they don't carry like they don't consume with caution like us men. They don't consume it. They just want to imitate, you know, push it towards our face and have a good time with man. Well, good for them. But at the end of the day, what does it deeply benefit you from? Like what like what are you contributing to being someone physical and you're not really with them? You're not that's not their real that's not your real husband at the end of the day. You're just using them as a prop so you can get back at Passport Bros. But that's what two-third women do. They just want to imitate. They lack originality, and what does that sound? What does that term? Does this ring a bell? Like, you know what term this is? It's the N word, narcissism. So, you can't be with a so called good woman if she keeps nagging you, being like hovering over her life when you can't really have any personal liberties. Like, how's that, you know? And then, like, there's to the point where you're gonna cheat on her, then she's gonna fall out, act out, probably like put you in the hospital, kill you. Then she's gonna use every excuse in the book or the so-called truth to the law enforcement, saying like, you hurted me and try to hurt me, threaten me with a gun, so I have to like fight back, blah blah blah. So I have to, you know, put him in his place or so forth. But do you really want to deal with a two-third woman that lies on you, set you up, you know, play deceitful games, withhold sex? Yeah, I said the S word. Like, prevent you from, your goals and your dreams, your path, your walkthrough. You're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck. I'm telling you. It's not fun. Sorry. It's not fun. It's really not fun. I'm telling you. You gotta like live your life, protect your peace, protect your happiness. Cause like it's not worth chasing a woman. It's funny how women are chasing men overseas because they want to be like the Passport Bros, like I said. That just like pure silliness. That has like nothing to do with their purpose. That is just like pretty much a circus act to me. Like, I mean that like having sex is ain't nothing really. It's basically, case in point, you know, You can't be a 1/3 woman and be a stripper. Let's be serious. I went to last week. I went to a bar, and there was like three strippers. Uh, I would say like 3.5, but you can't really take. I remember like there was a back room, there's a front room, and I remember like one of the strippers, like looking at this dude, all essentially because he had money, right? So, and when I saw that, it was really looked sad to me because she basically like wanted money over, basically paper over flesh, but it was just that like it did not fit well, and I felt it was very saddening. And this like originally I looked at the IG stories and stuff, so um, it was coming, but there was some objectification there. So I'm not trying to go on a tangent, but it kind of saddens me because like that's a perfect example of a 2/3 because strippers they don't know what they're doing realistically. They just selling their body to you know men who are like perverted, and you don't know if you're dealing with a rapist or dealing with a person who's just plain subhuman. But I just remember that look on her face though. It was kind of like a dog, had like seeing an owner like have like a stick, and then when he throws it, he the dog runs to get it and bring it back to his owner. That's what it reminded me of in a way. If that make any sense. So that's why I can't really. That's what I was saying though. It's like when that happened, they put back on their clothes and stuff. Not that I see them naked or anything, but you know, I remember just looking at it, and it was just all an act. It really was, because that's what it is when you perform. It's even though when you're in person, seeing strippers is regardless, it's just a simulation. Let me get to the point with that. It's basically a simulation. You know, like there's no way around it. Yes, you can feel them, you can touch them, but their behavior is not real. You don't know how they act outside of the bar or like outside of places. You know, you just don't. So you just gotta love you. You gotta love yourself. Love the Lord. Read the Bible. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. I need to read the Bible too, despite of me caught in the physical jet lag with my sickness. I'll just try and get with the Lord, stay in touch with Him. So you can't really deal with a 2/3 who's just into worldly stuff. Like it's fine though. Like, it's really fine that if you want to try to like, move solo, if you get like, weird looks, even though if you're alone or if you're a different person or unique, you know what to do. it's best not to stay still. It really isn't. When you have a crowd that likes to consume with friction and leave, but I won't say be in a state of defeat because women, women like evil women who maintain a malicious spirit don't want to see you grow. They have a jealous spirit. A worldly woman, it can be jealous of your success. If if she feels like if she feels like you outgrowing her, then let that be a plus, not a minus. Basically, you can let your actions be vocal than words. You gotta let things sink in naturally. And I know it's really painful, you know, to deal with women who are bittersweet and don't want to support your cause and your purpose. But at the end of the day, you have to support your own purpose and the Lord. You gotta put the Lord in your life. You know, but just stay single, stay away from these women. Become more stronger, spiritually strong. If a woman rejects you, then by all means, you just gotta keep it sailing. It's not worth it. Juice is not really worth the squeeze. You just have to keep navigating, because get rejected by women out here. Don't act out, because idle thoughts leads to troubled actions. Really do. It's not worth it. It's really not worth fighting for or going berserk over. Because that's what the devil wants you to do. The devil wants you to be temperamental, volatile, be a drunkard, be toxic. Then you gotta stop clinging on to that one thing. So it's just men is bad enough. Men out here are just killing women who don't want them. Because if I was them, you just had to check, not their background, but you had to accept the fact that you're not one of them. You're not dealing with a malicious spirit, because that's what men are doing. They pursuing malicious spirits that thought they're willing to accept. But all I say is expectations are really dangerous. I have to learn that the hard way. I mean, that goes for occupations you want, a relationship you want to pursue. When it turns out the woman in your life wants to put you in the friend zone or have friends with benefits, that goes for family members who don't really want you. And that's really the hardest thing is in life is family. Because family can the closest families can really get to it. It hits home, but at least you're not dealing with a saddened, heavy burden, heavy hearted spirit that's like want to be under you. You don't want somebody to be you don't want a pessimistic person to be attached to you. That's the worst thing in life. Because if they want to bring down your soul, they will, and they have the power to do it. And it's really that gruesome. It's the way the world works. It's the way the world works. Anywho, this is Blind Assassin, MGTOW. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.